Hi YouTube, this is Lynn Ari here, and I'm doing a video response today from a video I saw earlier today. It was by Jen from Head to Toe, and it was on body image. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my body image struggles, and yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll start off by saying, like, I don't know, chronological order. Yeah. Okay, so when I was a couple years ago, I was gonna say when I was younger, but it actually wasn't really when I was that young. I used to get made fun of. Okay, so I'm only probably I'm like 5 foot tall. So I'm pretty short, and I used to get made fun of like a lot for that. People used to call me a gnome. They used to, what else did they used to call me? I don't know, but yeah, I used to get really offended, and I took it to heart, and I did everything to try and grow. I drank, well, I can't drink milk because I'm allergic to milk. So I drank so much soy milk. I did everything. I took vitamins. I just couldn't grow anymore. This is what it is. And it really bothered me that it was something that I could not change about myself. I could not make myself grow taller. So it really hurt me, and it frustrated me, and there was nothing that I could do about it. It was what it was. And at that point, my my confidence had definitely been, I guess, hurt, you could say. And from there, it went from my height to my weight. And then, so I'd say in about around my 8th grade year, I became anorexic. And typically, it wasn't even really about losing weight. I just wanted to be skinny. I was probably only 100 pounds at the time. I was probably like 4'10", 100 pounds. And I wasn't really fat at all. I wasn't overweight. I wanted to be basically a stick figure. I just wanted to be so thin, and I felt that I was not good enough, and I needed to look different. I need to be skinnier. So I turned to anorexia, and what started out as something that was just going to be for a little while, it was almost as though I had become addicted to it. I couldn't leave it, and to this day, I still have that little voice in the back of my head that says, "Don't eat that, you'll get fat," or "You need to go work out because you'll be fat." It's just, there's always going to be that voice, because it was a time in my life where it was a very emotional thing. And I was a size 0 when it came down to it. And I looked in the mirror and I said I was fat, and I was just so I remember I was so disgusted with myself, and I just thought I was the fattest person ever, and it sickened me, and I was never good enough. I was never happy, and I knew that there was never going to be a weight of which that I would have been happy at. No matter how much weight I lost, I was not going to be happy. It was never going to be enough for me. And you know what? I'm glad that I finally cleaned up my act. It took me 2 years, and maybe if it had taken longer, who knows where I'd be. There's a lot of things that eating disorders can lead to. It could lead to death, it could lead to hospitalization. It's nothing to fool around with, and it's not something that you can easily walk away from. And it's not something that I can easily walk away from. I still have my moments. But, it's not whether you have those moments or not. It's what you do with them. If you let them get the best of you, if you go back to that, then you've lost. But if you can build upon that and say no, then you are so much stronger than you were. You're so much stronger. And that is something you should be proud of, whether you have hurt or not. If you can turn it down, if you can just make that choice, then that is just very amazing. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but it's an accomplishment. Just like a little on my, I guess you could say like recovery or whatever. I did not have a therapist. I didn't have a support group. I didn't have any help. It was just me. When it got down to it, I was a stick figure. My ribs were probably about sticking out like 3 inches from my body. My hip bones were sticking out. My face, I have very high cheekbones. My face was completely sunken in. I basically had no fat on me. My arms were very thin. I looked very frail, and it wasn't pretty, but it was what I became. And I don't know. And then from that, then I just kind of went into a whole nother thing, a whole nother issue. I'm naturally darker than what I am. I've used a lot of whitening products on my skin, and that was, I don't want to say it was necessarily because I was ashamed of being dark or anything. I wasn't. It's just because I wanted to fit in with the I guess you could say the stereotypical Asian whiteness. Most women in Asian countries, they do whiten their skin, and I also wanted to do that too, and I got a lot whiter, and when it comes down to it, I really don't think it was worth it, just to be accepted by one group. Like, why is that worth it? I compromised myself for that. I compromised the way I looked. So, I'm not saying that whitening is a bad thing, but when it came down to it, for me, I don't think that it was worth it. If you do whiten your skin, good and fine. If that's what you want, then sure, okay. But for me, I'm just saying that it was not a choice that, looking back on it now, I would have made at this point. But it is what it is. And yeah, so I'm sorry, this has been a very serious video, but heart to heart. So if I can leave you with anything today, please don't ever compromise yourself for anyone. Okay? The only person that you need to listen to about the way you look or how much you weigh or whatever is yourself. Because you need to be happy with yourself first. And you can't live off of other people's comments about you. You need to have your own opinion about you. That's strictly your own opinion. You know, next time you look in the mirror, why don't you say, instead of saying, oh, I look terrible, or oh, my hair doesn't look good, why don't you just say, I look pretty, I like the way I look, or I'm beautiful. You know, why don't you say that instead of feeding yourself negative thoughts? And why don't you just feed yourself positive things and see what comes out of it? The next time you get a compliment, why don't you just say thank you? I know so many girls, when you give them compliments, and I'm guilty of it too, I know, but just like, no, I don't look good today, or something. It's like, oh, you look pretty. It's like, no, I don't say that, whatever. So you know, why don't you just say thank you? You know, it's just thought. Or why don't you have a non-makeup day, and you know, you just appreciate the way you look, the way your skin is, the way your eyes are without eyeliner and mascara. Just appreciate the way that you look, because it is who you are. When you take off all that makeup, you know, that's not your skin. You take it off and the real you is under it, so you're just covering it up. I'm not saying makeup is a bad thing at all. But you know, just think about it. I mean, it's not something you have to do, it's just thought, you know. Just maybe something new that you can try. You don't have to do it all the time, but just every now and then, maybe, I don't know. But positive thoughts and encouragement. Keep the hope. And yeah, just stay true to yourself, guys. It's hard, but if you can just block out all the negativity and just listen to yourself, you will go far. I promise. Alright. Thank you for listening. Alright.